Yeah, hi there. These comments are for, I'm going to use your initials, YX, and you completed the integrated speaking practice test number 1 over at my online course called the 7-Step System to pass the TOEFL IBT, and I'm Michael. I'm your TOEFL mentor and teacher. All right, let me go ahead and download what you said and listen to it. Let's see how you did.
Passage talk about how advertising influence to people. The reading passages is that.
Okay, let me go ahead and get the rubrics too so I can look at those, and that helps me accurately score your essay. So integrated speaking. There we go. Go back to the beginning.
This passage talk about how advertising influence to people. The reading passages is that.
Now wait a minute, there's something you said there I couldn't quite understand it. Let me go back.
This passage talk about how advertising influence to people.
I would say there influences, you can use present tense there, not past tense, so how advertising influences people's behavior.
The passages is that political candidates want to get votes from people. He must be famous, and he can sort advertising and make him famous to people. Also, people not done by advertising. People can vote or against them. The lecture says that advertising also has an influence in economic ways. For example, some people didn't buy product, but advertising attracted them. People will buy it.
Now, part of the thing when you're speaking, YX, is with English tone, we have kind of rises and falls, and you're speaking in a fairly low voice, and you're keeping your tone very similar. So that's not how we speak English. You have to work on varying that tone a little bit more.
We know. We sometimes we just do something not that we do not tend to do. We just influenced by advertising.
Okay, that last 10 or 15 seconds of the speech was very jumbled. It was hard for me to understand what you were saying. You had a lot of unnecessary and awkward pauses in there. Your intelligibility was not that good. Now let me go back to the beginning one more time. Listen to the beginning.
This passage talk about how advertising influence to people. The reading passage is that.
The reading passage is start. I don't think you're having some grammatical issues here with the speech. Now, I think in the beginning, you can say something like this. The reading and the listening passages discuss the political and the economic effects of advertising. That's probably the way that you can begin this kind of speech, because that way then it shows that the next two parts of your speech will talk about the political and the economic effects of advertising on people's behaviors. So I think your score here, let's take a look at it. So with delivery, you're having quite a few problems, I think, with your tone, with your pausing, and just overall being generally comfortable trying to pronounce the vowel and consonant sounds of American English. You're just not comfortable. It doesn't seem like you have a lot of experience speaking English, in native speaking environments. So you do have some problems in your delivery. You also have some problems in your grammar and your language use. So sometimes you're not exactly sure what kind of grammar you can use to express your ideas. And I think both of those problems are making it a little bit difficult to understand what you're saying. Finally, in the topic development area that the IBT will evaluate you in, like I said in this particular video, you can probably do a little bit better in terms of how you begin the speech and how that sets up what's going to happen in the body of the speech. You know, in terms of explaining ideas and things, I don't think you missed any major ideas, but it's really, really difficult to understand what you're saying because of some of your grammar and your pronunciation issues. So with this particular speech, I'm going to put you at about 1.83 out of 4. For TOEFL purposes, that's going to give you about 14 points out of 30. In my graduate class, the score of 1.83 is going to put you at 65% with this assignment. So I think you want to make some changes. You definitely want to make some changes with the tone and also with the grammar you're using to express your ideas. So it's these two things. Your pronunciation, I think your grammar, maybe even your vocabulary usage, is preventing you from fully expressing your ideas. What do? Do you give up? Of course not. No, what it means to you is you have to practice a lot right now. So number one, I would highly recommend for the next 4 weeks, as much as possible, do not speak your own language. You want to only speak in English. You have so many problems to solve with your speaking that if you speak in your own language, that will deny you the practice that you need to get better. So that's number one. Number two, at night on the weekends, whenever you have free time, watch as much TV in English as you can. You can watch news programs, documentary, history, and science programs. That's going to give you some higher level type vocabulary and you'll improve your pronunciation at the same time. In addition to that, read magazines, newspapers, and books. Again, you can read some things about science, maybe some things about history, maybe some things about news or culture. All of those things are going to be good. So a combination, I think, between you speaking English every day, all day long, and then engaging in a regular routine of reading and listening to authentic English materials, and also at my website, you want to go through all of my Speak Clearly lessons. There's about 48 different lessons, and go through the videos and read out loud with me as I teach you the information in those videos. This is called tracking. This is going to be very, very useful for you. Now, in each video, there's 2 practice exercises in each video. Record your voice. You'll see in the Speak Clearly lessons, I've set up a VoxyPop group at my Better TOEFL Scores VoxyPop group, and you can post your practice pronunciation exercises at that website. So you want to get used to recording your voice and then comparing your pronunciation to the native speaker. And little by little, you can get better. Now the question is, do you want to get better? You have to ask yourself in your heart, do you honestly want to improve your speaking and pronunciation of American English, right? Now if you don't, then everything I'm telling you is not going to help. Now if you want to get better, the suggestions I'm giving you will help you, but it takes time. So do not delay. Begin practicing immediately. Follow the suggestions in this video. I can help you. You can speak more clearly. It will be much easier for people to understand you if you practice. All right? Anyway, have a great day. Thank you for doing the integrated speaking practice test, and I look forward to hearing from you again on the next one.